Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Renu. Okay, today I'm going to talk about a little more in detail about TR to PR pathway, also the rejected application, what exactly has happened with them. So I have the CIC news over here. It's an update on the application where you try to apply under English stream, but they were kind of a situation where French speaking stream was taken into account, and what exactly is the response of IRCC. And after that, I'll I'll be discussing about various formats here, how eCOPR looks like, and when you link up your application, what exactly is the message, what you see on the website. And there are kind of flaws which actually happen, but they are not actually a mistake. You just need to have a little more clarity on that. So I'll be talking detail, and then of course the timelines on the healthcare, and then for international graduate and all that. So for those who have not subscribed to my channel, I would highly recommend to go and subscribe my channel. I have covered a lot on immigration to Canada. These days, it's more on CEC, TR to PR pathway, and Federal Skilled Worker Program. But the update is already there on my channel. Without wasting a minute, let's dive into our part here. So this is exactly the eCOPR looks like, that electronic confirmation of permanent resident. So if you see here that this would be a format, so I'm kind of masking the details here. So you will see a family name, given name, date of birth, your gender, then a citizenship, and then of course your personal details, your marital status, height, last entry at and then became PR at your doc number, and then your place of birth, eye color, last entry data. So this is exactly the format. So and then medical details and whatever the information you have submitted related to your sponsorship, like their UCI number, date of birth, address, and then dependents information, like have you any dependents other than those listed below. So you just have to reconfirm that. So this is exactly the eCOPR, and after that you will be able to get the PR by mail. All right, so this is exactly the email what you receive from IRCC. Now the letter which I'm going to read over here, it's not primarily for those who are outside Canada. This letter means the eligibility passed, which has been done after your background check. So although you would not be able to read it here, so I've just kind of read it from here. So this is exactly, it's written: hello, we are currently processing your application for permanent residency. You now qualify to receive pre-arrival services to help you prepare for your new life in Canada. So this is for those candidates who are very much physically present in Canada. However, it's a general letter, like a confirmation to you that you have cleared the eligibility test. Now, if you're ready, if you're already in Canada, you will get these services after your PR approval. So you're likely to get PR approval after maybe like 15 to 20 days after receiving this letter. So this is exactly good news. Many of you are receiving that. So where you will say IRCC funds settlements service provider organization to deliver pre-arrival services at no cost to you. We strongly recommend that you use pre-arrival services, prepare your move to Canada, and learn about living and working in Canada. This used to be a letter for federal skilled worker programs earlier, but now it says one of the candidates under TR to PR pathway also received that. So you don't need to worry about that. Only thing is that you just have to follow the instructions. Your education has already been accredited, means you have already got it done. So you just make sure that you have it all in one list, and then you have to connect with your employers, connect with organizations that offer free settlement services, including language training after your arrival in Canada. So this is for those who are already here in Canada too. So just to let you know that there are a lot of people who are actually receiving this letter, just to make sure that you have this clear understanding on that. So explore the list of pre-arrival services available to you offered by federal government or the provincial or territorial government of your destination. You will need to provide a copy of this letter when you register with the service providers listed on the IRCC website, and then further information is given out there. Okay. All right, moving on to another screenshot here. So this is exactly how it looks like. That many of you, I'm sure, must be receiving that link and existing application to this account. So what happened? You've already submitted your application under international graduate or non-healthcare or healthcare, and when you try to link up your application through GCK, you tend to receive this message. Now, what exactly it says is, based on the information you entered, we found no applications, and people actually getting panicked about it. So don't need to worry about that. What exactly it indicates, I'll just explain you after that. That what do I do next? You may have made a mistake entering your information. Go back and try to enter it again. You can only try to link an application 5 times in 24 hours. If you still have trouble, contact us. What exactly it indicates, your application has not been assessed or touched or evaluated by the visa officer yet. You don't need to worry about that. Your application has already been submitted, and you're likely to get AOR or ADR once you receive the letter. So you don't need to worry. In case if you're able to link up your application, well and good. In case if you're not, it means that the visa officer has not started evaluating your application. Your application needs to be loaded, as I said in my previous videos also, that centralized system needs to upload your information on GCMS, that is Global Case Management System. And once it is done, then definitely you're likely to get AOR. So moving on to another format, this is one of the screenshot again from an applicant, where you might see that under status you will see that you picked up your permanent resident card in person. So that's kind of pretty scary for those who have not been to IRCC office and they did not pick up because they were expecting it by mail. So what exactly? It's an indication that there was a little issue with the delivery, resulting your PR card was transferred to your local IRCC office. Now, in this scenario, you need to follow up with IRCC via email and update your credential exactly the way you did, like in creating your PR confirmation portal account. Your name, your address, every detail has to be updated, and then IRCC will definitely, therefore, would mail it to your updated address. So you don't need to worry about that too. I hope that makes sense. All right, so next is a timeline for international graduate. Now, this applicant has applied on May 6 at 12:23 p.m. Eastern Time. Biometrics were done on August 2nd. AOR was received on August 4th, and documents were requested were Police Clearance Certificate from India or August 4th with no RCMP request. LOE attached August 28th. The PCC is in the process at the BLS office. Now, with LOE, this person has explained that he was told he does not need it as he has already attached one from the last time and just over 18 years, 3 months. He got the ghost update, and that was twice on September 15th, like 10 days prior to getting to get the PR portal request, and then he has received the ECOPR, that's September 21st, and that's how he got the PR card, and that's again was received within 10 days time period. Moving on to another is a timeline for healthcare. Now, healthcare cases are not really rolling out pretty fast, I would say, based upon current scenario. International graduates and non-healthcare are actually getting huge number of response, but IRCC has picked up very recently. So yes, I will be coming up with more updates soon. So under this, the candidate has applied on May 6th at 10:28 p.m. Eastern Time. He's linked up his application on September 28th at 8:34 p.m. Eastern Time, and then he has already passed the medicals on September 27th. So the link up itself took him a lot, and now no AOR has been received. Now there could be a scenario where applicants might not get the AOR, but they are getting ECOPR, and this has happened, just to keep you updated over here. Moving on to another timeline, it's for international graduates again. This applicant has applied on May 6th at 12:30 Eastern Time. Now, many of you must be witnessing that a lot of people who has applied from 12 to 1 o'clock, other one, they're getting the rollouts. Again, IRCC is looking at the number of 40,000 plus 7,300, and I'll be talking in detail about the wrong selection cost and where I would be talking in detail about it. So PCC was submitted August 28th, and he's linked up his application on the very same day. Now, when he's linked up his application, he saw the request was made for police clearance certificate, and that's how he has submitted that. Now biometrics submitted on August 30th, and medical again were passed on September 15th. Now in this case he's uploaded the old medicals via web form on September 14th, as it was not requested when the application was linked. So AOR was received on August 30th. If you see, after linking up the application, again, I'm just reiterating the same thing what I have been talking in each and every video of mine, that when you are able to link up your application is an indication that you're likely to get an ADR or AOR from IRCC, because that's how visa officer has already started evaluating your application. Now, the AOR was received on August 30th, and he's got the PR confirmation on September 25th at 1:44 p.m. He responded to the email the very same day on September 25th at 2:30 p.m. and within 2 days time period, he was approached by IRCC to enter his credential for PR confirmation on September 27th, and he did it. And you can just see the result that very next day he got the eCOPR on September 28th. Moving on to another timeline is for international graduate who has applied at 10:34 Central Time. He's linked up his application on August 12th, and the medicals were again passed, the old medicals, on August 10th. He's received the AOR with the ADR on September 20th. So almost like 1.5 months later after linking up the application. This is again a beautiful case where when the application is being linked up, you don't have to get perturbed about that I've been able to link up my application and I'm still not able to get the AOR, because each and every visa officer has an own way of dealing with the cases. So there is no benchmark that he has to issue you ADR or AOR immediately after linking up the applications. There could be a scenario where you might have to wait for a month or maybe a two to receive the AOR after linking up the application. Now, in this case, the documents which actually were required were diploma, degree, and that's Canadian degree, and police clearance certificate from India. So he's already submitted all the application, documents, and then the portal request was on September 27th, and the very next day after portal request, he got the portal confirmation on September 28th. And but the next day only, if you see, he has received the eCOPR. Now he's just waiting for the PR card. So this is exactly the timeline for that. Now let's move on to the report which I was talking about. I'm just going to, do it this way. So as now, if you see here, the applicants have the this is an article on CIC, and I'll send you the link in the description box below, where it's written, one wrong selection cost them Canadian permanent residence. They thought they applied for English stream of the new TR to PR pathway, but they were rejected because they did not meet the language requirement for the French stream. And there are a lot of candidates who have been approached by CIC News, where they have talked about and shared about their cases, and this is exactly the response from IRCC. Applicants have the opportunity to select the stream they wish to apply for in the dedicated intake portal for the temporary resident to permanent resident pathway. The question posed in the portal is, what pathway are you applying for? And there is a drop down with all the available streams. French speaking streams are shown in the drop down as being French speaking. The applicant is assessed against the requirements of the stream they selected in the drop down menu. So if you see here, the IRCC wrote in the statement that this is exactly what has happened. Now, IRCC also said that the streams were removed from the drop-down menu after the maximum number of applications were received. Now, it's possible that the applicant selected the French-speaking stream because the general stream was already filled when they went to create their application, and as such, the journal stream was not present in the drop-down box, the statement says, but ironically, if you see, a lot of people had said that it was not the case, because when they applied, they saw it clearly that it was open, and automatically their application got submitted under French stream. So yeah, this is again a ongoing discussion, which I don't think we'll have an update onto it for sure. So in case any update happens, I would definitely get back to you. Till then, if you like this channel, you can please subscribe, and if you would like to share your cases, you can simply go on under community and you can share your timelines with me, so I would be able to help and put it for a larger audience. Till then, take care and stay safe, guys. Bye.